What if the universe wasn't late? What if all of those delays and those breakdowns and those relationships that didn't work out and all of the things that you thought you wanted that never came, what if that was part of the divine plan to actually get you to where you're meant to be? And what if those delays weren't actually delays, they were detours? They were bringing you into a place of alignment. They were helping you work through the belief systems that had created them in the first place. They were helping you to understand why you keep repeating those patterns in your life. And what if, you got to the other side of all of that and you actually really started truly trusting the universe? You stopped forcing the outcome. You stopped forcing those things that you wanted to have happen, like that person that you desperately wanted to be part of your life. If they were meant to be part of your life, it would have happened. And sometimes we're also being protected. We're being protected from something that could have taken us down a path that really would not have served our highest good, and we're always being prepared for something better. So what if sometimes we think trust, like all of this is part of the alignment, but sometimes it's like true trust is actually about really truly letting go, surrendering, not trying to force the outcome, not trying to control or manipulate or arrange organ, and overthink things, thinking things into being, like with the manifestation process. And I've been really guilty of this, is like thinking about something, obsessing over it, and so desperately wanting it to happen that it never happened. And that's because we're blocking it with our thoughts. We're blocking it with our energy. We're blocking the manifestation because we're not allowing the universe to bring it to us. So what if all of those blocks that you've had that you thought were blocks were actually initiations? What if those delays became preparation? What if everything that went wrong was quietly directing you towards something that was more aligned? And that's what I feel like, that's what I am so passionate about, this 90 breath work. We have an app. I'll leave the link in the bio, but we do this breath work because breath is our most sacred gift. It's the first thing we do when we're born. It's the last thing we do before we die. And what we do with it in between is really important. And we were never taught how to work with our breath properly. But breath is actually life. When you breathe, you come back into your body. When you're in your mind, you're not in your body. When you're blah, 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 all of that stuff going on, and you're not trusting the universe and you're trying to force things and make things happen. Whereas the breath actually brings you back into your body, and it brings you back into the present moment, and it brings those things that you've been wanting, striving, desperately trying to control and manipulate to bring them in. It actually brings things into alignment because you're in alignment, so you're actually getting out of your own way to allow these things to happen. So I love you to join my journey. It's just the most incredible journey. I'm so proud to be a part of this amazing, incredible thing that is really taking the world by storm. And it's just our breath. It's what we've had it all along. We just weren't taught how to use it properly. And also being amongst a community of other like-minded people that are, that are doing the work, that are trusting the universe, that they know that they've got a bigger vision and they know that they're here for a higher purpose, and we're all doing it together. So I've left the links in the bio, so check out the app. And if you're ready to change your life and actually get out of your own way so that the universe can actually back up the trucks and bring all of those things that you've been waiting and trying to manifest for so long, because you've actually come into a place of trust and divine alignment. So really excited to share your journey, and just know that the universe wasn't late. Everything always happens in divine and perfect timing, and you're always being prepared for something better. So those delays weren't denials. They were just taking you on a path, maybe like a rerouting to get you back to where you're meant to be, which is in the here and now. So have a beautiful, magical day, and I look forward to sharing your journey.